Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us here for the 10 Weather Impact Show. I'm Meteorologist Aaron here on our beautiful Monday afternoon, tracking sunshine, scattered clouds out there, but overall a much quieter week here after the last couple of weeks dealing with heavy rainfall, flooding, severe weather, tornadoes. Things are much more comfortable, more pleasant, and a lot more drier conditions are in the forecast. And I do want to talk about just how as we go through the forecast, talk about things for today as we have some sunshine, a mix of clouds and sun here this afternoon. But this morning, our temperatures getting down well into the 50s. We had many locations recording lows in the lower 50s, including Chillicothe and London, both at 52. Columbus officially at 54, but look at Urbana down to 46 degrees here earlier this morning. So some nice cool air, kind of refreshing here this morning, and still feeling that here today with just more pleasant conditions, lower humidity, a little bit of a breeze, and a mix of clouds and sun. And that's where we're at right now with 72 as our current temp. Winds out of the northwest at 13 miles per hour, making for those comfortable conditions. And we'll see that continue here as we continue on into the forecast here for tomorrow. And eventually those temperatures will start to rebound back to the lower 80s as we look ahead to the end of the week and into the weekend. But for now, really just some nice weather here to enjoy. And as we go through today, we'll get into the mid 70s here for this afternoon. Still keeping that wind around, the breeze out of the northwest, about 10 to 15 miles per hour, but still really nice weather here for today. Later on this evening, the clouds will clear out. We'll get clearer skies tonight, and our temperatures will cool back down into the 50s. Likely similar to what we had this morning, lower to mid 50s, but a couple places could easily dip down into the upper 40s. And as we look ahead to the rest of this afternoon, again, getting back into the mid 70s later tonight. There's those temperatures down to the lower to mid 50s, but you'll notice some of that blue showing up there briefly, an indication that there could be some upper 40s here once again for some parts of Ohio. So again, a nice reprieve from all the active weather we've had the last couple of weeks, and sort of an early taste of fall here as we have those temperatures in the 40s and 50s in the morning and then up into the 70s for the afternoon. And as we go into the fall season, counting down until fall, about a month away from now. Labor Day coming up here in just about 2 weeks. And even for Labor Day, our average high is still into the low 80s. But as we get into fall, our average high is around the first day of fall, dipping back into the upper 70s. And as we continue on closer to Halloween, average highs are back down to the upper 50s. So it will be a quick change when those temperatures do start to drop here later into September, but especially as we head into October. Now, as we talk about our forecast here for today, we've had a lot of sunshine, some scattered clouds developing across central Ohio this afternoon. More of the cloud cover that's been focused up to the north as we have that system that kicked in a couple rain showers yesterday evening. That's all off to our north and east, still spinning the cloud cover back here into northeastern Ohio. Really, that's going to stay away from us and keep the rain showers there into parts of Pennsylvania and upstate New York. So nothing for us to worry about here as we talk about rain for today. No chance. We don't have any chances really until we get to Thursday, and those are even pretty low. 30% chance that we'll see a few showers, maybe a thunderstorm rolling through in the afternoon and evening. Right now, keeping it pretty low. I think most of us are going to stay dry. It's not a big system coming through by any means, but a little boundary could kick off a couple showers, maybe a thunderstorm here. And then those chances will taper off here for Friday and Saturday. So great weather again for some Friday football coming up here as we head into Friday night. Temperatures will be into the 70s. We'll have some sunshine around. Really some nice conditions, and then rain chances do pick back up here by Sunday into Monday, as there is another system that we're watching that could bring us a better chance for rain, but it really comes down to where that system goes. There are some indications that we'll see some rain here into Ohio, but there's also some other indications that that system will go a little bit further to our south and really not bring us anything. So that's the question. That's why we're keeping those chances pretty low right now here for Sunday. As we go through today, again, mix of clouds and sunshine, really pleasant conditions, temperatures getting up into the 70s, and our 7-day forecast showing 78 for a high here tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, 79 on Wednesday, and then by Thursday, we have that chance for, again, a couple showers, maybe a thunderstorm building through during the afternoon. Back to the sunshine, Friday looking great, low 80s ahead for the end of the work week, and we will keep low 80s in the forecast here for the weekend. Right now, again, we are watching Sunday for a potential system that could bring us a better chance for rain. But for now, we will keep those chances low. If we have to up them a little bit, it's going to really come down to how these computer projections really handle that system as we get closer to the end of the week. And so again, we'll be watching that for you here as we continue on through the forecast. Meanwhile, from our active weather with rain and storms and severe weather, a different story out west where a fast-moving wildfire has been burning in parts of Nevada. Nevada Governor Joe Lombardo actually had declared a state of emergency in Washoe County, which includes Reno and parts of Lake Tahoe. The governor has also activated the Nevada National Guard, plus another tropical storm came close to Hawaii over the weekend. Reed Binion reports.
And firefighter safety is going to be our #1 priority.
Crews in Nevada are racing to contain a massive wildfire that started over the weekend.
We just recently finished containment on another one. That one was more in our rural communities. This is coming within the city of Reno limits, densely populated.
The Hawk Fire in northwest Reno started Saturday. By Sunday evening, it had exploded in size, growing to roughly 15,000 acres, according to officials. Time-lapse video from across the border in California showing just how fast the blaze spread. Authorities say the fire was human-caused, but there's no indication yet that it was intentionally set. As of Sunday night, 90,000 residents had been urged to evacuate, with 42,000 under mandatory evacuation orders by Sunday afternoon, according to officials. Hundreds of people spending the night at an evacuation shelter at the Reno Sparks Convention Center, with support coming from the Red Cross. Meanwhile, people also coming together to offer support in Hawaii, bracing for Tropical Storm Moke, which made its closest approach to Hawaii Sunday and is now a tropical depression. The biggest threat, rainfall, hitting the same places that flooded last weekend when Hurricane Lala tore a deadly path through parts of the islands.
We're praying that we're going to be covered and it won't hit us.
A flood watch is in effect for the Big Island through Monday afternoon. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
And as we talk about some of the firefighting efforts, actually some rare firefighting aircraft have been heading from Sacramento, California to the Hawk Fire in Nevada. As you just heard, it's been burning near Reno and has officials urging tens of thousands of people to evacuate. The U.S. has 4 10-tanker air carriers and 2 usually reside in Sacramento. Onlookers at the city's McClellan Airport actually say they enjoyed seeing the planes and hoping their firefighting efforts are effective. And sweltering heat is bearing down on Southern California this week, and it's shaping up to be the hottest of the year with triple-digit temperatures stretching into next weekend for some spots. KCBS in Los Angeles sees how some people are dealing with that heat.
The blazing sun chasing people out of outdoor spaces.
When we were driving by, and the first thing I noticed was there was like nobody here.
Some areas in Pasadena were pretty much empty as people turned to the AC indoors.
I'm a caregiver, so I was walking someone in kind of in the heat. It's pretty hot, so we just got out of the sun.
Doctors say when the temperatures spike, so do trips to the emergency room.
But it really blows up when, we hit heat waves or, heat warnings because everyone tries to maintain their normal activities and they just overdo it.
Dr. Jeffrey Davies with St. John's Hospital sees the effects firsthand. He says what may start as feeling hot, fatigued, or lightheaded can quickly become something serious.
Anytime there's confusion or loss of consciousness, that should raise huge red flags. Like this is not just, simple heat exhaustion. This is a bigger deal.
For those who did venture out, finding a way to cool off was key. SkyCal shows dozens packed into the pool at Hansen Dam, taking a dip as temperatures soared.
We try to stay more inside in the air conditioning, so we're trying to get into the store where there is air conditioning.
While in Old Town Pasadena, customers brave the heat waiting in line outside a skincare store.
It's hot, yes, but I think we're used to it because, we grew up here.
The heat may be part of life in Southern California, but even locals know when it's time to call it quits.
Extra water, maybe more time inside, but we still also want to enjoy our California sun.
And sticking with California, from the hot weather to the ocean, from California to the eastern seaboard, sharks are actually showing up in numbers impossible to ignore. These unexpected visitors are turning family-friendly beaches into something a little bit more wild. CBS's Gwen Baumgartner actually reports from Long Beach, California, where experts say warming Pacific waters known as El Nino are actually playing a big role.
Below the surface in these seemingly calm SoCal waters lurks a natural predator, often closer than we think.
Some of these sharks are coming as close as 50 feet to the beach, like waist deep water. Oh, absolutely.
Dr. Chris Lowe leads the Cal State Long Beach Shark Lab. He says great whites are showing up in great numbers along the California coast. Weather changes from a strengthening El Nino are impacting migration patterns for ocean dwellers in search of cooler waters. Unlike the movie Jaws, it usually takes more than a single shark to close down a beach.
This is 20 sharks every single day at this beach. Every single day, 20 sharks are being detected.
Lowe and his team have spent years tagging and tracking nearly 300 sharks.
Green means there was a detection in the last 3 hours.
Parts of the East Coast have also seen a recent swell of shark sightings, including southern Maine, where this month a shark latched on to lifeguard Greg Wilford's rescue buoy and dragged him underwater.
I knew what it was. I knew it was a great white.
Last year saw 25 shark bites in the U.S., and in 2015, the last strong El Nino, a record 59 attacks. But for both years, California's numbers remain the same. Dr. Lowe says sharks seem to understand we aren't food.
More people are in the ocean during El Nino periods just to try to cool down. So you have more people, more sharks. You'd expect more bites. We just don't see that.
But what you do see, the great white, as not just a creature of the deep, rather a local tourist. Gwen Baumgartner, CBS News, Long Beach, California.
And some wild stuff to watch for anyone heading to the beaches with El Nino coming in. And finally today, we want to check out some new video into us here at 10 TV. And this one coming from Venezuela, as heavy rainfall in Caracas, Venezuela, caused significant flooding Saturday night, damaging between 60 and 70 vehicles and sending about 20 affected people to the hospitals, according to state media there in Caracas. And officials said the equivalent of 2 months of rain fell in just 45 minutes, overwhelming parts of the city, including its underground railway system, and impacting several roads, some of which had been reopened by Sunday. So some pretty wild stuff happening there in Venezuela. Of course, we had a lot of record rainfall here in Ohio with all the rain over the last couple of weeks. And another video here, waterspout seen on Saturday. This was over Lake St. Clair, which is just east of Detroit, Michigan, there on the U.S.-Ontario border there in Canada. And just a pretty wild sight to see a waterspout there, which do happen on occasion over Lake Erie. It's not too uncommon to see waterspouts when we have these scattered showers and storms building through with these systems passing over parts of Michigan, Lake Huron, and Lake Erie, Lake Ontario as well. It is, once in a while we do see some waterspouts, but always making for a pretty wild sight there to see, and then actually possibly even moving on shore as well, becoming a tornado. So some pretty fascinating stuff happening with the weather, of course, not just here locally, but all across the country and the world. And we'll be focused on our forecast here as we are talking about some quiet conditions with more sunshine and just a couple minor chances for rain. One coming up again on Thursday, another one looking ahead towards Sunday, but overall, most of the forecasts looking much better. We got more sunshine, we got more pleasant temperatures, lower humidity, so really a lot to enjoy here as we continue on through the forecast. So that's going to do it for us here today on the 10 Weather Impact Show. Coming up later on this afternoon, Chief Meteorologist Chris Tomer's in with the latest forecast, looking ahead to these sunny days, nice fall break, and those rain chances. We'll have more later on today.